The family home, traditionally a place of refuge at the end of a long working day. But when the home of your dreams turns into a house of horrors, when spirits move in and try to move you out, it's time then to call on medium Johnny Fiore and specialist house cleanser Ian Lawman, the team from Living with the Dead.
And the feeling that there was an old gentleman sat on the bottom step.
A lot of things seem to happen around me. You know, if it's going to get anyone, it would probably get me.
It could be opening the doors to hell for all I know.
I'm not going back up.
He's on the stairs now.
Get out of my house!
Grimsby, a large town and fishing port on the Lincolnshire coast. Home to Lynn and David Sales and their 2 children. Last year they moved into their new house in the northwest of the town.
New property, nice quiet street, there's no main road so it's safe for the kids to play out. You know, so I was really looking forward to it. I imagined that we were going to be very happy here.
And for several months this house was everything they wanted, so they set about making it into a comfortable family home. Until one evening last June.
We watched a programme on TV which was going on about psychic art and automatic writing, and we decided to give it a try.
Automatic writing is believed to be a phenomena where an individual can allow a spirit to express itself through drawing. Both of them decided to have a go.
We thought that maybe we were going to get some psychic art.
Instead, the results proved to be a bit more disturbing. When Lynn started to write, she turned out page after page, at first slowly, then in a frenzy of wild scribbling. And she felt she made contact with one spirit in particular.
It was a man called Mark Ripley that was writing through me. He was telling me he roamed up and down the Grove looking for his partner, Mary, that were taken away from him, then raped and killed in the second bedroom, which was our bedroom.
And Lynn got a strong sense of what she believed this spirit was saying to her.
She wants to be back with Mark, so I just thought that's what we've got to do. We've got to, you know, get a vicar in and reunite.
The events of that evening disturbed Lynn and David as nothing like this had ever happened to them before. So they decided to do what they believed the spirit had told them and called in a vicar. However, the visit did not have the effect they'd hoped for.
He came round, he blessed the house and said a prayer. When he left, everything just changed.
Far from having a positive effect, Lynn and David believed that this visit caused an ever-increasing range of paranormal activity.
The light at the top of the stairs, it would flash on and off. If I turned the mains electric off at the electric box, it would still carry on.
The kettle come on by itself.
The toys we have for the children, they come on and start playing music and making sounds. Computer comes on and off. We've had footballs and other balls just roll across the floor on their own when nobody's been anywhere near them.
And then there was an incident that particularly concerned them, when they believed that things started to become physical.
I got up one morning, took my shorts off and placed them on our bed. Later in the evening, I decided that I'd put the shorts back on. I unfolded them and they was torn to shreds. They looked like they'd been savaged by an animal, but they were still folded up in the same position that I left them earlier that morning.
And then David got scratched himself as he walked out of their bedroom.
I'd not knocked myself against anything. I was just bleeding for no reason.
I think it was later on that day, got scratched again, and then the day after that. Each time it was 3 scratches, just like the scratches on the shorts.
Now more concerned, they decided to call in local mediums, who were immediately drawn to the upstairs bedroom.
As we came into this room, there was an energy. There was movement as if it's like a whirlwind, and I could feel the cold. It was like a cold spot. We look for these cold spots because that's where you get the activity. So we left the bedroom and started coming down the stairs. The more we came down, I got the sensation and the feeling of somebody sat on the bottom step, an old man, smoking a pipe. And I felt that he believed that his peace had been disturbed and this made him angry. Anybody that invaded that space wasn't welcome.
A ghostly visitor on the staircase. Unexplained activity in all the rooms. The Sales believed they had brought spirits into their house through dabbling with the paranormal. Coming up.
It was just reported that her shoulder was burning.
Lynn believes the spirit turns on her. Living with the dead medium Johnny Fiore also senses activity on the staircase.
What we need to do is get it out. There's more than meets the eye here.
And an incident in the night.
Whoa! Everything's shaking. The bed, the walls. I'm not going up again.
Lynn and David Sales believe their Grimsby property is being haunted by spirits brought into their house by their dabbling with the paranormal. After a series of unexplained incidents, they now feel these spirits are becoming threatening, with David being scratched as he walks round the house.
Because of all the scratches, Dave rang Spiritualist Church. He was advised to protect himself, which he did, and then from then on, it sort of like moved on to me.
It was just reported that her shoulder was burning.
Look, it's doing it again now.
We discovered...
It's like it's the new ones.
all these scratches.
Can you see any new ones? Come on.
There's no way.
I can feel it, like burning. No, not again. Not again.
Now increasingly worried about what they feel was happening to them, events then took a more serious turn with an incident one afternoon. David was busy upstairs and Lynn was looking after the children. She was waiting for a visit from the local medium when David heard something on the stairs.
I heard a really vicious, masculine voice shout, "Will you hurry up?" And then I heard the sound of glass smashing. I immediately ran downstairs. The glass panel in the door, it was smashed. I ran through the living room and discovered Lynn in the kitchen with a large gash in her foot. She was bleeding really badly.
The medium explained to us it's a burst of anger from the spirit, a flashpoint. It knew that the medium would come in to get rid of him.
Lynn was taken to the local hospital where she had to have several stitches. So could the medium's arrival have sparked off spirit rage?
One thing that was unusual, at that exact time, the medium was entering the front gate.
A flashpoint, as referred to by some mediumistic people, seems to be the time when a spirit influence has become frustrated, if you like. Things are going on that it doesn't approve of. It has to show that it's there and it's reacting. And of course, glass is one good way for a spirit to react in this way. For some reason, they interact with glass in many ways, demonstrating their disapproval of what is going on.
The incident of the broken glass resolved the family to call on outside help from the Living with the Dead team. First to arrive is Johnny Fiore. She comes from a long line of mediums and sensitives and has encountered many properties where unwelcome spirits are believed to have taken up residence. Her first concern is about Lynn's paranormal dabbling.
You have a woman who has opened herself up to automatic writing, who has obviously brought in other entities that she doesn't know how to deal with. You have two small children who are living in the premises, and different spiritual entities pick up on fear, and it seems as though that these spirits are feeding on their fear. It's dangerous